Have you ever had that feeling, that chilling sensation that you're not alone, even when you should be? I'm talking about that deep in your gut instinct, that something is just off. Well, a few weeks ago, I had an experience that turned that feeling into a terrifying reality, and it still makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. It was a Tuesday night. Nothing special. I went to bed around 11, feeling pretty tired after a long day. My apartment is on the 3rd floor, and I always lock my door and windows. I even have a little security camera in my living room, mostly to keep an eye on my cat when I'm out, so you could say I felt pretty secure. I woke up suddenly. I don't know what time it was, but the room was pitch black except for the faint glow of the streetlights outside my window. My heart was pounding in my chest, and I immediately knew why. There was someone in my room, standing at the foot of my bed. I couldn't make out any details, just a tall, dark silhouette. It was completely still, just standing there, watching me. I was frozen, absolutely paralyzed with fear. I couldn't scream, I couldn't move, I couldn't even breathe properly. It felt like my lungs were filled with cement. My mind was racing, trying to figure out how someone could have gotten in. Did I forget to lock the door? Did they climb up the fire escape? We just stayed like that for what felt like an eternity. Me, lying in bed, staring at this dark figure, and it just standing there. The silence was deafening, broken only by the frantic thumping of my own heart. I remember thinking, this is it. This is how it ends. I squeezed my eyes shut, bracing for whatever was about to happen. When I finally dared to open them again, the figure was gone. The room was empty. The space at the foot of my bed was just space. For a moment I thought I must have dreamed it. A nightmare, right? A really, really vivid nightmare. But the fear felt too real. My body was still trembling, and my sheets were soaked with a cold sweat. I slowly, cautiously got out of bed. Every creak of the floorboards sounded like a gunshot in the silent apartment. I grabbed the heaviest thing I could find, which was a thick textbook, and crept into the living room. I checked the front door. It was locked, deadbolt and all. The windows were all securely fastened. There was no sign of a break-in. Nothing was out of place. My first thought was the security camera. Relief washed over me. I'd be able to see who it was. I could call the police, show them the footage, and they'd find this person. I quickly opened the app on my phone, my hands still shaking so much it was hard to type my password. I scrolled back to the time I thought it happened, sometime between 3 and 4 a.m. I watched the footage, my heart in my throat, and what I saw was nothing, absolutely nothing. The camera showed my living room, quiet and still all night. The timeline showed no motion alerts. No one walked past the camera. No one entered or left my apartment. According to the footage, I was completely alone the entire night. So what did I see? Was it just a waking nightmare? Something my tired brain cooked up? Sleep paralysis? Maybe. But I've never experienced anything like that before or since. The feeling of another presence in that room was so tangible, so real. It wasn't a dream. I know it wasn't. I still don't have an explanation. I've double-checked my locks, upgraded my camera, and I definitely don't sleep as soundly as I used to. Sometimes late at night, I still feel a chill run down my spine, and I can't help but glance towards the foot of my bed, half expecting to see that dark silhouette standing there again. What do you guys think? Have any of you ever experienced something similar? And let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to know I'm not the only one. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Stay safe out there.